My name is Sarah, I'm 26 years old, and I don't date. At least I didn't date. I don't like the newness of dating, I don't like the awkwardness of dating, and I don't like the vulnerability of dating. But that kind of all changed on June 1st, 2012. I had met this man a week prior at his work, and we had kind of struck up a good rapport. He asked if he could have my number, and I told him that I was sorry, but I didn't give out my number, and I don't call boys who give me theirs. He was persistent and asked if he could add me on Facebook, and I kind of rolled my eyes and said, all right, as long as you're not a serial killer or anything. And he said, I'm not a serial killer, but define anything. He kind of had me right there. So I said, sure, we added each other on Facebook, and after about a week of talking back and forth, he asked me for my number. And I hesitantly agreed, and the next day he called me, and he asked if he could take me on a date. I don't date. But again, hesitantly, I agreed because he was persistent, and he was cute. So we agreed to meet on Friday, June 1st, at Heroes in downtown Fullerton at 7 p.m. Friday rolls around, and I'm at work, and I'm incredibly nervous. I don't date. I don't like to go out on dates. But I agreed to go out on this date, so I was stuck. I don't bail on commitments. What seemed like forever rolled by, and I got off of work, and what seemed like even longer driving home from Baldwin Park to Diamond Bar, I got home. I got ready, and I knew exactly what I was going to wear. I had bought a dress a couple weeks before that, and I was saving it for a special occasion. It was blue, it had ruffles, it had flowers on it. It was a good summer sundress. Modest, but still cute. So I got ready, I got in my car, and the entire time I'm thinking, what am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know this guy. What if he doesn't like me? What if he doesn't like my hair? What if he doesn't like what I'm wearing? What if he doesn't like the way I talk? What if he doesn't like what I like? What if he doesn't like my red hair? Well, if he doesn't like my red hair, he's stuck, because I've been stuck with it for 26 years. We get to the restaurant around the same time, and we meet up in the parking lot. And we walk to the door of the restaurant, he held the door open for me, which was nice, but I'm not holding my breath. We get to the restaurant, we get inside, we have to wait a while for a table because it's Heroes on Friday night in Fullerton. And the entire time, I just keep staring at the floor, and he's locking his eyes on me, and I will not make eye contact with him because I'm trying to not to pass out or vomit at this point because I'm so nervous. We finally get our table, and he pulled my chair out for me. I started to loosen up a little bit because that's really sweet. We start talking, and we're talking about similarities and differences and what we have in common and what's different, and all of a sudden he leaned across the table and he kissed me. And we're not talking like a nice, chaste kiss on the forehead. We're not talking a sweet, tender kiss on the cheek. We're talking full-on, grab my head and lay one on me. And I was mortified, and I lost my ability to reason and speak, and all of a sudden this eloquent, well-spoken, quick-witted woman that my parents had raised me had completely ran out the door and down the street. We decided to go and walk around and explore, and we wound up in Newport and started talking about how we'd never felt this way before and how excited we were, and I just was immediately comfortable, and the next thing I know, it's 5 a.m. and I'm driving home to my house in Diamond Bar, and I got home at 5:30, and I tried to lay down and go to sleep, and I couldn't fall asleep because I was excited and nervous, and it's all new and exciting, and I was happy, and it was weird. And so I lay down, and I tried to go to sleep, and my eyes popped back open, and I tried to close them again, and they popped back open, and so I just decided to give up on sleep. It's not happening that night. So I decided to keep reading the book that I had been reading called The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. And the protagonist, Esther, was talking about this boy that she had been dating, and she said, I fell in love the way you fall asleep, slowly and then all at once. And that's exactly how it happened. I fell in love slowly and then all at once. We've been together for 3 months, which doesn't seem like very much time, but it doesn't take that much time to fall in love, I suppose. When you know, you know. We've been together for 3 months. It's not always easy. It's not always, we don't always treat each other the way that we're supposed to treat each other. We don't always communicate the way we are supposed to communicate, but there's a solid foundation there. And I told him I was going to tell this story, so if you ever go into the subway across the street and Javier makes you a sandwich, that's mine. And he's going to be embarrassed, but bring it up. So that's, I guess sometimes it's worth it to go on a date.